I want to talk about goal settings now because it's the beginning of the year, and already now, based on something I've implemented last year, I see a big difference in how fast I work, how much I get things done, and how motivated I feel about my goals. And you might be in a place right now where you are trying to achieve your goals, but you can't find a way. You cannot really find a way to stay motivated, stay on top of your goal like every day on a daily basis. And that's for one reason I feel. And I'll share with you today how I achieve this, how I make sure that my goals are always kind of top notch in my mind and that I achieve them. So we'll just start in like a minute or two. I'm just gonna make sure that everything's working fine and that you guys are joining me fine and hearing okay. But yeah, we'll get started with that in just a second. So let me just verify something over here, and we'll be good to go after. I see we have Joe from Norway. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna start. We're good. So I just want to verify the setting, but they should be good. So here's the thing, guys. I'll go, and this is like the simplest way I found to explain the whole principle. I'll go on the chart. I'll go on the whiteboard, and I'll try to share with you what happens with goals. And a lot of people set goals, right? That's what they set at the beginning of the year. And I found out it's not really the important part is not how you set your goals. I found out to be pretty simple. That's something that almost anyone can do. The harder part is not to set the goals because you could just write down on a sheet of paper what you want to achieve and you're done. You have goals. The hardest part there, guys, is not the goal itself. It's more like in a couple of months, how are you gonna be with that goal? Are you gonna be top notch excited? Which you're gonna be like excited, right? Excited, or is it gonna be the opposite where you like down on yourself because you are far from your goal? Like you thought you'd be able to go here, but you end up here, right? And then you're watching this like over here, little guy, and you have a trouble because like this is not like you can't see how you get there to the top level. And so here's the thing with that: chances are you didn't put the work properly to reach your goal, and that's for one thing. So a lot of people set goals, but I want to push you to whenever you set your goal, find out below that goal what is the reason why you have that goal. Okay, you said the result, the reasons come first, the result comes second, as my mentor says. So you set out your reasons, so why you want to achieve that goal, and I'll show you an example in just a second. But having a reason is what keeps you motivated. It's what keeps you forward, keep you looking forward. Like a goal cannot wake you up in the morning feeling excited. A goal is just a milestone you want to achieve. But the reason, and it takes an A, by the way, the reason why you want to achieve your goals are what they're going to motivate you every single day to do it and to actually achieve your goals. And a lot of people that don't have reasons or that the reasons are not strong enough, like you tell yourself, I want to make $1 million, but you didn't really think why you want to make it in trading or anything else. And well, guess what? In a month, you'll say, well, like I like $1 million doesn't really matter to me because you don't have enough reason to make it. But if you have a strong reason why you want to make it beyond the money, then it's gonna be much easier to achieve. And so I kind of want to show an example with me. So maybe I'll draw this somewhere. Okay, in my case, I have a goal this year to really scale up my automated trading. Okay, that's my goal. So I have some robots, some script that are trading for me. And the goal for me is to kind of automate these things. Well, they're already automated, but the goal is to kind of scale them up. So going from now, I have, let's say, 2K in an account. Okay. I want this to be my primarily trading account, basically. So going from 2K to maybe like 50 or 100K this year. Okay, that's going to be my goal. Now, the point here is this is cool. I like the goal. It's a really worthwhile goal, I feel. It's going to maybe give me more freedom, okay, which is fun. But I don't really have the reason behind it for what I want to reach that goal, okay? If I just stay with this, in a month's time, I can say, well, it doesn't matter. You can wait a little bit. I can stop now and automate later or work on this later, skill up later, right? But what I did is I kind of sit down for a couple of months, for kind of sit down for a couple of hours, a couple of days ago, and I found out what my reasons were. Okay, why I wanted to achieve this. And I came up with like 20 reasons at first, okay? Because that's what I was told to do. You come up with a lot, because most reasons you find, they're not that strong. They're kind of okay, but not strong enough keep in mind, you can set whatever goal you want if you have a strong enough reason to achieve that goal. Okay? If you don't have a reason, then forget the goal. So I got to 20, and then I picked five of the reason why I wanted to set to reach that goal. Okay, and that's for like all my 5 goals this year. And so from there, here's the reason I found, and I won't write it because it's probably gonna be too long. But one reason I found, which is like really like back here on this sheet over here. Okay, those are my goals and my reasons. So one reason I found is I want the whole society, the whole like people watching me on YouTube, I want them to level up and achieve their goals and change things up and maybe even leave their job. And so that's my reason. That's why I really want to make this happen. And I had to research like deep and ask myself a lot of questions for why I wanted to reach that goal I have. And this is what I found. So now think about this. Instead of waking up in the morning saying, "Well, I need to work on my strategies because I want to scale them up," or I need to track because I need to scale them up, these strategies. I'll wake up saying, I have to do this now because if I do this, I'm gonna probably help people level up and achieve more in life and reach higher levels, which is much more motivating than just a goal you have. Much better in my opinion. And that's why you want to set out your reasons. And your reasons, unlike your goal, like many people could have this as a goal to build strategies, to come up with automated scripts. But that's gonna be many people, right? There's gonna be a lot of people doing that. But for your reasons, you're gonna be pretty much the only one having that reason. Okay, and that's what makes you different. You can also use it to kind of tell people if you want. So what if you want to kind of be different than everyone else? Then use that. Or just if you want to motivate yourself, use your reasons why you want to do it. But keep in mind, as I said, like you cannot do this in only 20 minutes. You gotta make a list of a lot of reasons why you want to achieve your goals. Ask yourself why, and then ask yourself why again a couple of times. Okay, till you get to the right reasons. And then from your list of reasons, pick the 5 best ones. Write them down on your wall, or ideally like a paper that you put on your wall. Okay, a paper like this that you put on, or this one above, you put on your wall, and then you review this every day. So every morning you look at this. That's gonna keep you excited, fired up for the day, and you will never have a motivation problem ever again. Okay, that's as simple as that. So I see you guys have been joining me live now. I see we have people from Greece, UK, and Norway. It's awesome. So guys, I appreciate you, and I can stay here a little bit for questions if you want. I don't really have anything to say else on that. That was the point of the whole video, and we've done so pretty fast. Okay, that can be wrong. That can be, yeah. There's a problem with the time, I think. But yeah, if you have any questions, just comment below in the chat. I'll make sure to answer your question in just a second, and before I head out. But we're gonna make this happen. Let's see. Questions. And by the way, I'm not sure I've linked this below, but we have a new free course. I might be able to put the link and show with you guys how this works. But a lot of people have been asking about the course we've been building. Okay, this is good. So let me try to show you, and that's going to be kind of a cool thing to do. Because a lot of people have been following a course we've put recently online. I'll try to share with you that course over here. So here's how that looks. Let me just go over here. Okay. So of course I'm not going to be logged in, but let's make this happen. There we go. Okay, so this is a new course, guys, that we've built in the past few weeks on how to trade one of my top strategies, which we also talked about yesterday. And just a reminder, if you have not signed up to the course yet, I strongly recommend you sign up for, and it's totally free. Just because we want to give you value, and I want to make sure to learn whatever you have to learn to get to your goals this year. And so when you get to the course, I'll try to put a link in the chat a little bit later. But when you get to that course, you have all the modules over here. Okay, we talk about principally the Benjamin reversal strategy on how to trade it. We have a few modules on that. And again, this is not a pitch at all. I just want to give you value, and hopefully you can benefit from this. So I'll put a link in the chat. Hopefully you guys can see my screen now. And let me just verify that this is right. Maybe our strategy should work. Okay, so guys, you go on that page, you sign up for the course if you want to get the course, and then you can just get it, follow it, and make things happen. Okay, from the course. Let Yeah, great question from Joe. So Joe's asking a bit off topic, but can you explain why you trade the pairs that you trade? Okay, that's a pretty good question. So here's something I learned in the past: is you always want to rely your decision in trading based on data. Okay, so for me, data means like I do a lot of backtest, and then I backtest like a lot of pairs, which I have some results of those backtests. And at the end of this, I came up with, well, these pairs are profitable, these ones are not. These pairs are like midly profitable or like really, really pretty much break even. And then I didn't trade those. But the one that were profitable, that's the one I trade. Okay, and I did a lot of them. Not all were profitable. And then I keep monitoring like which pairs are evolving, which pair kind of change of face in the market, and which might be better in the future, so that I don't have to kind of keep the same list all the time. I can evolve, I can adjust, I can remove some pairs if they're not profitable for some time. I can add some pairs, and I can just tweak the list I have for now. But that's pretty much what I found out. And I wish there was like an easier answer of like take these pairs, but it really depends what you trade and your strategy and stuff on that topic. So yeah. So guys, I'm gonna have to go now. This was short, but I think simple to the point. And I want to thank you again for watching this video. Congratulations for being here and taking the time to watch this. I appreciate. I'll catch you back here tomorrow. I think tomorrow we'll talk about something. Yeah, I'll answer your question because they just pop up. But tomorrow we'll talk about something pretty useful. I think we'll talk about time wasters in trading tomorrow. That's gonna be live tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern time. But Francis asked, would you still recommend software effects for backtesting? Definitely, that's what I use all the time. If you are manually backtesting, that's I think what you need. That's the best option out there. Okay, there's other softwares which are more expensive sometimes cheaper, but not the same features. So software effects, definitely recommend, in my opinion. Okay. Do you mean they are calibrated for reversals? Yes, kind of. They work well with the strategy I trade, these pairs. And they are more, they are, most of them are sideways. Like they move sideways. As opposed to pairs that are really trending, like, and I didn't check in a long time, but USD MXN was retrending a couple of years ago. And that's not a pair you want to trade, of course. Joe says, do you recommend beginning with Trading Assistant as a beginner? Sure, but you got to be clear about your strategy. And if you have any question on this, just like feel free to reach out to our support team or support at disastrate.com. We'll be able to answer your questions and maybe even do a call if you have any question on that. Like, we want to be supportive also and trying to find if it's a good fit for you anyway. So yeah. Definitely trade manually in the first few weeks. But the trading assistant is not a auto trade. It's a thing where you get alerts, notification for trade setup that you decide on. So you can still trade manually on that. Okay. Colin says any goal that reduces the time you have to spend actively trading is a good one. Yeah, totally agree with that. Cool. That's awesome. So the course we talked about, Colin enjoyed it, which I appreciate. That's awesome. We got a lot of feedback on that. And if you look at the comment below each module, there's a couple of good comments of people that got breakthroughs to the course. So I think, I'll put the link in the chat if you want to get the course. If you already got it, then I just want to push you to kind of go through the modules and actually make it happen. Because like a lot of people, they sign up, but they don't